The Nazca Lines are a collection of giant geoglyphs, which are designs or motifs etched into the ground, located in the Peruvian coastal plains about 250 miles or 400 kilometers south of Lima, Peru. The Nazca Lines, named after and thought to be created by the Nazca culture in South America, depict various plants, animals, and shapes. The 2,000-year-old Nazca Lines can only be fully appreciated when viewed from the air given their massive size. Despite being studied for over 80 years, the geoglyphs are still a mystery to many researchers. The Nazca people formed a civilization in southwest Peru in approximately 100 BCE. They flourished for hundreds of years until their gradual demise led to a final collapse around 750 CE. Nazca artifacts indicate that the Nazca people had religious beliefs centered on agriculture and fertility. They worshipped a number of gods or nature spirits, and they believed that these spirits played an active role in Nazca existence and survival. Often the hallucination-inducing San Pedro cactus was used by shamans to connect with these spirits and act as intercessors. There are three basic types of Nazca lines. There are straight lines, geometric designs, and pictorial representations. The Nazca lived in a series of chiefdoms amidst the arid coastal plains of southern Peru. The Nazca Valley is located approximately 350 kilometers southwest of the city of Cusco, once the capital of the Inca Empire. There are more than 800 straight lines along the coastal plains, some of which are 30 miles or 48 kilometers long. Additionally, there are over 300 geometric designs, which include basic shapes such as triangles, rectangles, trapezoids, as well as spirals, arrows, zigzags, and wavy lines. The Nazca lines are perhaps best known for representations of about 70 different animals and plants, some of which measure up to 1,200 feet. Examples include a spider, a hummingbird, a cactus, monkeys, whales, llamas, ducks, flowers, trees, lizards, and dogs. The Nazca people also created other forms, such as a humanoid figure nicknamed the astronaut, some hands, and some unidentifiable depictions. In 2011, a Japanese team discovered a new geoglyph that appeared to represent a scene of decapitation, which, at about 4.5 meters long and 3.5 meters wide, is far smaller than other Nazca figures and not easily seen from aerial surveys. The Nazca people were known to collect trophy heads, and research in 2009 revealed that the majority of trophy skulls came from the same populations as the people they were buried with, rather than outside cultures. In 2016, the same Japanese team found another geoglyph, this one depicting a 98-foot or 30-meter long mythical creature with many legs and spotted markings. In 2018, Peruvian archaeologists announced that they had discovered more than 50 new geoglyphs in the region using drones. So how did the Nazca lines come into existence? In addition to the common belief that the Nazca lines were created by the Nazca people, there is also some speculation that the predecessors of the Nazca people, the Chavan and Paracas cultures, may have also created some of the geoglyphs. The Nazca lines are located in the desert plains of the Rio Grande do Nazca River Basin, an archaeological site that spans more than 75,000 hectares and is one of the driest places on Earth. The desert floor is covered in a layer of iron oxide coated pebbles of a deep rusty color. The ancient people created their designs by removing the top 12 to 15 inches of rock, revealing the light-colored sand below. They likely began with small-scale models and carefully increased the model's proportion to create the large designs. Most of the known geoglyphs were formed by removing the rocks from only the border of the figures, creating an outline, while others were formed by removing the rocks from the interior as well. Given the low amount of rain, wind, and erosion in the desert, the geoglyphs have remained largely unchanged and unscathed throughout the last 1.5 millennia. Toribio Zespe, a Peruvian archaeologist, began a systematic study of the lines in 1926, but the geoglyphs only gained widespread attention when pilots flew over them in the 1930s. Experts have debated the purpose of the Nazca lines since then. American historian Paul Kosok studied the geoglyphs from the ground and air. Based on the relative position of one of the lines he studied to the sun around the winter solstice, he concluded that the geoglyphs had an astronomy-related purpose. Soon after, Maria Reich, a German archaeologist and translator, also concluded that the designs had an astronomical and calendrical purpose. She further believed that some of the animal geoglyphs were representatives of groups of stars in the sky. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, however, other researchers who examined the Nazca Lines disagreed with the astronomical explanations for the geoglyphs. They also poked holes in other far-out explanations, such as those relating to aliens or ancient astronauts. So if not aliens and ancient astronauts, what is the purpose of the Nazca Lines? More recent research suggests the Nazca Lines' purpose was related to water, which was a valuable commodity in the arid land of the Peruvian coastal plain. The geoglyphs weren't used as an irrigation system or a guide to find water, but rather as a part of the ritual to the gods, an effort to bring much needed rain. Some scholars point to the animal depictions, some of which are symbols for rain, water, or fertility, and have been found at other ancient Peruvian sites and on pottery as evidence of this theory. In 2015, researchers presenting at the 80th annual meeting of the Society for American Archaeology argued that the purpose of the Nazca Lines changed over time. Initially, pilgrims heading to the Peruvian temple complexes used the geoglyphs as a ritual processional routes. Later groups, as part of religious rites, smashed ceramic pots in the ground at the point of intersection between the lines. We may never know the true purpose and intention of the geoglyphs now named Nazca Lines, but one thing is for sure, research will continue, speculations will arise, and theories are most likely going to change sometime in the future. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and more videos like this will soon be on the way.